what's up, Dixie T here. This is going to be a different type of video. I'm going to just ask this broad question. Because I am subscribed to a lot of interesting people. I'm subscribed to Thunderfoot, Confidential Socialist, Shane DK, these YouTubers who are like really interesting. I mean, Stick 187, guys who are interesting views and ideologies. And there's actually, a couple of wrestling, reviewers and everything else. I don't know what their personal beliefs are, but if they want to answer this question, go right ahead. Anyone who wants to subscribe, wants to answer this question with video response or text or comment, I want to, say that I will appreciate that. But my question is, I know is that most of y'all believe in this whole different ideologies and everything else. I want you to know, but one basic one, which most of everyone believes in, freedom of speech. I want to know, where does your ideology put freedom of speech in here? What makes the freedom of speech in your ideology so important? What makes it like, I need this thing? Why is it so important? Why do you need freedom of speech in your ideology? This is a very serious question, because this has been plaguing me for a good long while. And I'm going to see if I can get more people out there to answer this question. I'm just going to send this to a lot of people, by those subscribers I talk to. I just want to know why freedom of speech and what ideology, why is freedom of speech so important to that stuff? What makes it so important? I want them to say why freedom of speech is so important to them, and important to the ideology, important for their way of life now. And if their ideology becomes into fruition, why should they continue to have freedom of speech? Because my ideology, I'll say it right now, I'm leaning toward like a libertarian / safe libertarian, sort of thing. I believe in freedom. I don't believe in government intervention and all this stuff, and what the government tells you to do, and basically what my ideology is. Basically is libertarian. Very not conservative, but not neocon, but Republican by nature, but not like the neocons like the last 8 years. But I feel like I think we would be best served if we had less government into our lives, and try to not to force our will upon the world, and try to not to restrict freedoms, but try to not only preserve freedom but actually gain more freedom instead of taking away our freedoms. But my ideology is like freedom of speech. Where it comes in is every speech, whether it's like is threats or things like that, should be protected and things like that. If you threaten somebody and all this stuff, I don't say you should go to jail. I don't really know what I'm saying here, but I'm trying to say freedom of speech is important to me, because I feel like if we don't have this thing, this small thing, how insignificant it is, this freedom of speech, this free, to say what we feel, and know that even though it's unpopular, I will not be punished or killed or taken away in some secret room to be fixed to say what the popular speech is. I feel like if freedom of speech, freedom of speech should be freedom. It should be freedom of every single thing. We should not be bound by these words, saying that they're bad words or evil words or everything else. It's all about the context of words, of what we use. If we keep, we cannot take away someone's right and throw them to the gulag because they say something that might hurt me or hurt you or anything else. I don't think it's a smart way to do things. I don't think it's a waste of time, a waste of money, and a waste of pretty much everything. A waste of time, money, and effort and energy to prosecute and put someone to jail for for what they believe or say. For example, the whole Lenny Bruce trial was pretty much a exercise of futility and a hypocrisy that in a man who was only talking to his type of people, his type of crowd, his own element, being dragged out by other unseen forces or everything else, dragged away and took to a court which wasted not only all the taxpayers' money at the state's taxpayer money at the time, but took away his rights, put him into jail, and ultimately led to his sad fate he had. Losing all of his fortune and everything else, finding a court case that shouldn't have happened. Saying that this country is freedom of speech, but in the end it sucked. In the end, not sucked, but in the end he was sucked in to the belief of like this whole what's the word I'm looking for? This whole illusion that that America should be this whole Ozzie Harriet lifestyle of everyone is happy, go lucky, and everything is perfect, which does not work. It should not work. That's just me. That's my importance, my freedom, which is important to me. I'm gonna put this video up sometime later this week. Hopefully, people will look at it. Maybe post a video in response. I open anyone, any of my subscribers, anyone who's subscribed to me, or all people I've subscribed to. I'm gonna try to send this out to people I can, and hopefully they respond. And hopefully they will listen, and hopefully they can tell their story why freedom of speech is important to them, and have their question. I mean, why freedom of speech is important. This is Duke CT here. Peace and love, and I'll see you later. 1.